Welcome back, and thank you so much for joining us on Daybreak Extra, coming to you live from our studios here in Abuja. Well, as usual, it's tradition that we start with the Weekend Trust, and I hope that you have a copy of, this one. At this point. So let's go to the major story that says 64 years after clean water still a mirage for Nigerians. I just spoke about the World Water Day today, so you can see the picture showing how Nigerians are actually struggling to get clean water, a good water to even cook, bathe, and also do some necessary activities with it. It's sad to see how people are still struggling at this point. And for this reason, a lot of people actually have boreholes in their houses just to avoid the issue of water. And, still, even with that, people still pay water bills. And yet, there is no water for them to even use. And it's actually a cause to worry, because water is a necessity. We make everything with water. We cook, we do everything that we need to do, stay clean and, sanitize our environment. The kind of foods that we eat, we need water to do that. We need a clean water for that to happen. Well, you can also see below the not so quiet lives of Nigerians' past leaders. I mean, the picture says it all. You can see Abdul Salam, former President Buhari, Gowon, President Obasanjo, Goodluck Mefele Jonathan, and Babangida also. I beg your pardon for that. And well, their lives are actually, it's out there. We've seen a lot happening recently when the launch of the former President Babangida's book launch happened. A lot has happened also, Obasanjo and the rest. Well, if you want to go through the stories, you can actually check on the Weekend Trust this morning. And then ex-councillor killed, houses raised on as Osun communal clash worsens. You can find details on page 21. And then we break our fast with handouts, Kano family. I'm yet to, I understand that the hardship is taking a toll on people. Breaking fast with handouts is what, I'm sure a lot of Nigerians will want to go through this story to know what this family are saying. Go through page 27 for more details. And then we have the PDP secretary, crisis deepens after Supreme Court ruling. Well, this is also out there, the issue of, the reinstatement of the former secretary, Anyanwu, and the rest. We'll go through page 33 for more details on that. And then you can also see, the story, or should I say the timing, for call to prayer, if that varies in, at this point. Well, go through the Weekend Trust, and that's the much that we have for you here on the Weekend Trust today. Well, let's take a look at Punch. The major story there says Rivers emergency rule, APC opposition continue battle as PDP government head for court. And then you can see the riders. It says we cannot watch democracy trampled upon. This is coming from Makinde. Sole administrator receives withheld local government funds, orders salary payment. At least, like I said earlier, that we've seen funds are being released to the administrator of the River State that was sworn in by the president, and he has already commenced work, and we can see that he's ordering the salary payment of the River State. Well, it's a good one to see that this is happening. Go through page 4 for more details. And then matrimonial battle, how UK-based Nigerian woman exploits law to chase out husband. And then the writer says, my wife connived with pastor to jail me. This is coming from the man. Well, you can go through page 22 and 23 for more details. This is a sad one to see that, this is happening. You'll be wondering what actually is making this issue happen. I mean, you got married from Nigeria and moved to UK and living with your family, and then now you're having issues. how would the husband cope after being jailed, whatever the reason may be. Go through page 22 and 23 to know more details on that. My doctors revealed planned attack on Ondo communities. This is coming from Afenifere Youth President. Well, this is something that we should take seriously. If they have said that to him after being abducted, then it's something that the government should take seriously. Go through page 29 for more details. Travelers stranded after Heathrow Airport power outage. Go through page 9 for more details on that. And then this one actually caught my attention. You can see the little boy there, where should I say daughter, where the mother said, "School where my 4-year-old daughter lost left eye ordered my husband's arrest." Now, this is coming from Treda and the mother of the child. I mean, this is sad to see, that a 4-year-old has lost one eye. You have it and now it's gone. The struggle is something else at this age. It's something to really, it will actually mess with people's mental well-being at this point, when you cannot even have your children safe in schools to study or to learn anymore in peace. I mean, during the entertainment segment, we'll definitely talk about something that happened also yesterday that went viral. And even though the guy was caught at the end, we will definitely talk about how, the mistreatment of children in schools and how they're being beaten, or, how they're being cared for. It's a cause to worry. Go through page 30 for more details on that. Oni plotted my downfall after I helped him become king. This is coming from Olowo. You can go through page 5 for more details. And Nigeria for crude crisis. Naira for crude crisis, I beg your pardon. Petrol imports rise to 154 m liters weekly. That's million liters weekly. Well, Dangote has already come out to say he's no more selling in Naira. He will be selling in dollar, just as he's being sold the crude in dollar as well. And this is definitely going to affect, cost of living again. Because when the prices of fuel, should I say, if it's being sold for him in dollar and he's also going to sell to them in dollar, which means there's going to be increase in the pump prices, and then also commodities in the market may still rise again, because we just saw it drop a little bit during this festive period, but then we are hoping that it's not going to be high again. But go through page 26 for more detail. PDP crisis deepen as Supreme Court reinstates Anyanwu as secretary. So go through page 4 for more details on that. And Osimhen record set, Brace revives Eagles World Cup hopes. I actually wanted to speak about it, but I know that by 10 definitely you're going to have more details on all that on sports. But it's nice to see that Nigerians have won against Rwanda 2-0, and we are hoping and we are praying that this would actually be the step for us to get to the World Cup. So go through page 31 for more details, and that's it for the Punch this morning. And then let's take a look at the Guardian this morning also, and then the Guardian weekend. The major story: outputs of research outlets, worries over huge investments, lean harvest. Well, go through page 8 and 10 and you can see a pictorial of showing the things that are actually falling apart. So you can see hunger on one side. This is actually funny as much as it's sad to see, but then just go through page 8 and 10 for more details. Discordant tunes in Rivers as residents await administrators' plan to restore peace. Well, 6 months, and there's still a chance that the president can actually still lift the emergency at any given time. So, but then within the space of the 6 months. So they said, well, go through page 2 for more details on that. Kanu apologizes to court as trial resumes, pleads not guilty to fresh charges. I mean, we've seen another charges of treason, being leveled against him. And some days ago, we saw the EFCC trying to add more evidence on Emefiele's case also, and was denied. And then now, after Kanu, is, gotten another judge to look into his case. He's still pleading not guilty. And we'll find details on page 3 on the Guardian this morning. Behold, Nigeria's first LPG extraction plant, gas to power project. This is one thing that we've been also talking about, and then the project is something that has been ongoing, or should I say we've been talking about, and people have been saying when and how. Well, go through the Guardian for more details on that. 1 fair dead, 30 injured as Osun community renew hostilities. Go through page 70 for more details. Assessing El-Rufai's revisionist politics and Tinubu's re-election chances in 2027. Go through page 28 for more details. The coalition that was formed by former Vice President Atiku Abubakar to challenge and tackle any chances of the current president probably standing for 2027. Well, go through page 28 for more details. Ledu, resilient paths towards sustainable growth, $1 trillion economy. Well, this is something that you should also take a look at. Go through page 4 for more details on that. And that's it for the Guardian this morning. And then let's take a look at Saturday Tribune. The major story there says PDP affirms Ude Okoye as National Secretary, praises Supreme Court. And then the writer says Apex Court says party's decision is supreme. We'll go through page 2 for more details. Some things actually is sweeter when you have someone to talk about and argue on this. But then go through page 2 for more details. Oni asks Nigerians to ignore Olu. And then God used me to install him, but he is looking for my downfall. This is coming from Olowo. Go through page 5 for more details. Rivers votes reject emergency rule, sues Tinubu, Senate President, and others. Go through page 4 for more details. To an extent, there was a video that was going around just sometime last week before the emergency rule, that some I don't know if I should call them terrorists or bandits in Rivers coming out to say that Wike should avoid or stay away from the matters of Rivers. He is now the minister of FCT and what have you. And if there's a threat to vandalize the pipelines, then definitely there's a need, for some level of emergencies that should be actually it should be looked at as an emergency. But then there is no any war or any communal conflicts, clashes going on in the state and what have you. And so definitely a lot of people are saying that the emergency rule is unjust, and even the River State residents also. So go through page 4 for more details on that. Adeleke imposes fresh curfew on Warren Ifon Olobo community, summons traditional rulers. Go through page 3 for more details on that. And then above you can see Makinde Falls Rivers emergency rule. So go through page 3 for more details. Disquiet in APC over Ganduje orders the NWC members' tenure. Well, you can see the writer says, first-time governor kick against plan, party molds automatic tickets for defecting lawmakers. Go through page 2 for more details on that. I mean, the front pages have a lot packed for you this morning. And then let's take a look at the last newspaper for today, the Vanguard. And then on the Saturday Vanguard, PDP scribe, the Supreme Court poses bulk to party. And then the writer says, nullifies law court's verdicts on IL, false judiciary's interference in parties and internal affairs. Ude Okoye, Anyau's scam claim victory. Definitely, what do you expect when they have been reinstated? It's a victory for them. So go through page 14 for more details. Suspension of Rivers governors and lawmakers. South tackles Tinubu blow by blow. And then the writer says presidents lack the power to sack elected governor, deputy governor, and lawmakers. This is coming from leaders and stakeholders. And then brokered unrealistic peace accord between Governor Fubara and Wike. It's incorrect to say the governor ignored the Supreme Court's judgment. Fubara is wrong to demolish the assembly complex without providing an alternative venue. And then both Tinubu and Fubara mismanage the crisis. You know, these are all the riders under what the South tackling President Tinubu. And then the state of emergency, it's all about reverse money. Now, this is coming from Anam Sarah Igbe. A lot actually for you to go through this morning without sustain you over the weekend. Go through page 13 for more details on that. And then you can see Mona Lisa Chinda Coker. You know, she happens to be one of my favorite actresses. And then all of a sudden she has disappeared on the screens. But then go through page 19 to know more about her story. Then we have the Wike/Fubara feud, how the war began. If you want to know how it all started, go through page 25 for more details. And then Osime's Brace lift Eagles to 4th place. South Africa top group, Benin, Rwanda follow. Well, go through the Vanguard newspaper this morning to know more. But then, like I said, anytime from now, you're going to have more details on the weekend sports. NAFDAC destroys fake drugs worth 1 trillion in Alka. We keep having, you know, fake drugs, fake food, rice, fake everything fake, money fake, food, you know, drugs. Where are we heading to in this country? At this point, everything is just going bad. Well, go through page 9 for more details, and please be careful the kind of drugs you buy. Check the expiry date. Look at it very well to make sure if it is the same as the one that you're buying. Look out for NAFDAC registration, confirmations on the drugs that you are buying, or the scan codes that you can see there to make sure that the drugs are actually real. They are good ones, not fake. Because nowadays people can actually do everything. You know, hunger has actually taken a toll on people, and they're just finding means to survive. So anything is possible. Go through page 9 for more details. Biafra, Kanu pleads not guilty before new judge. Court orders speed trial, fixes April 29 for FG to call witnesses. Now it's time for them to call in witnesses, also to hear from them what they have to say about this case. And then, well, let's wait and see what happens until April 29th. Well, go through page 9 for more details on that. And that's the much that we have for you this morning on the front pages of the national dailies. I hope that you have something that will keep you busy through the week up until Monday, when you get to see and know what is happening. But then news will always be here for you to keep you up to speed with the happenings in the country. Well, let's go on a quick break, and when we return, it's time for us to open the phone lines and talk about one thing that we feel maybe can be a solution to unemployment, and we're talking about skill acquisition. Is it a solution to unemployment in Nigeria? After this break.